Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to NaijaNews roundup of top newspaper headlines in Nigeria for today, Thursday, 19 September 2024. Tinubu may reshuffle cabinet before October 1st. President Bola Tinubu is reportedly preparing to reshuffle his cabinet in anticipation of Nigeria's Independence Day celebrations on October 1st. Sources within the presidency revealed to Business Day that this decision is a direct response to growing criticisms regarding the administration's handling of the economy. Reliable insiders indicated that several key ministries are likely to be affected by the upcoming reshuffle, including the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Ministry of Power, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Water Resources, Ministry of Environment, and Ministry of Defense. Yahaya Bello is not in our custody. He remains a wanted man, says EFCC. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has denied having the embattled former Kogi State Governor, Yahaya Bello, in its custody. According to a statement on Wednesday by the EFCC spokesman, Dele Oyewale, Bello is not in the custody of the anti-graft agency and remains a wanted man. The EFCC added that the subsisting warrant of arrest for Bello over an alleged 80.2 billion money laundering charges remains in place. The commission wishes to state that the media report circulating Bello is in its custody is incorrect. Strike looms as SANU-NASU issue fresh ultimatum to federal government. The Joint Action Committee of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, have threatened that its members would embark on strike unless their demands are met. The university unions threatened to embark on a fresh strike in 3 weeks' time, unless the government meets their demands. The unions therefore threaten if the federal government fails to act within the new grace period, they will be left with no choice but to shut down universities and inter-university centers. INEC punishing us for defending Peter Obi, Alex Otti in 2023 election, says Abure. Julius Abure's faction of the Labour Party has alleged that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is specifically punishing the party because of its defense of its presidential candidate, Peter Obi, and the Abia State Governor, Alex Otti, during the 2023 elections. Speaking through the faction's National Publicity Secretary, Obiora Ifo, at a press conference held at the party's National Secretariat in Abuja, Abure expressed deep frustration with both Obi and Otti. He accused them of betraying the Labour Party's core principles by aligning themselves with INEC, the very body accused of undermining the will of the people during the election. CBN to reintroduce controversial cybersecurity levy. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has disclosed its intention to reintroduce and enforce the payment of the controversial cybersecurity levy on electronic transactions by Nigerians. The CBN made this known in its monetary, credit, foreign trade, and exchange policy guidelines for the fiscal years 2024-2025 document released on Tuesday. NaijaNews, however, observed, according to the document, that the levy has been reduced from 0.5% earlier announced in May 2024 to 0.005% in the new guidelines. Any politician demarketing Nigeria does not deserve to be president, says AGF Fagbemi. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF Lateef Fagbemi, has stated that any politician speaking ill of Nigeria deserves no chance to lead the nation. Fagbemi, who spoke at the Abuja Social Media Summit theme, harnessing the power of social media for national development, faulted politicians who are fond of demarketing Nigeria on social media, asserting that such individuals are unfit to aspire for any leadership position in the country. The AGF emphasized the necessity for collective efforts to elevate Nigeria into a more prosperous nation, free from discord. Yahaya Bello's media team insists he was at EFCC amid conflicting statements. The media team of the former Kogi State Governor, Yahaya Bello, has reiterated that he was present at the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC headquarters, despite conflicting statements from the anti-graft agency. Earlier, Bello's team claimed that the ex-governor honored the EFCC invitation following consultations with his legal team and political associates. However, EFCC spokesperson Dele Oyewale denied that Bello was in their custody, asserting that he remains a wanted individual. In a subsequent statement, the director of Bello's media office, Ohaire Michael, clarified that the former governor was indeed at the EFCC office, accompanied by his successor, Usman Ododo. Michael stated that the EFCC did not interrogate Bello during its visit and informed him that he was free to leave. We know the bandits, where they live, their parents, why they can't be killed is million-dollar question, says Governor Lawal. The governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, said his government and the federal government know who the bandits are, where they live and the parents of the bandits. He stated that while Niger Delta militants fought for recognition and economic stance, Boko Haram is fighting for their religion, but the bandits have not linked their terror acts to any ideology. Speaking with Arise TV on Tuesday, Lawal noted that the bandits also do not attack the government, but poor farming communities. Speaking on the effort of the federal government to help address the issue of banditry in the state, Lawal stated that the federal government through the security agencies is doing its best. The Zamfara state governor noted that the bandits are well known. However, the reason why actions have not been taken to arrest them remains an unanswered question. Earth tremor. NGS assures Abuja residents of safety. Residents of the Federal Capital Territory FCT Abuja have been encouraged not to panic following report of earth tremor in the country's capital city. This important admonition was issued in a statement released on Wednesday by the Nigerian Geological Survey Agency. The NGSA director, Professor Olusegun Ige, noted that the agency has been monitoring these tremors and has determined that they are of low intensity and do not pose any environmental threats. Why we allowed NNPC to determine price of petrol from Dangote refinery, says NMDPRA. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, has denied suggestions that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited NNPCL has been allowed to usurp its powers by determining the price of petrol coming from the Dangote refinery. The NMDPRA maintained that the deal between Dangote refinery and NNPCL was based on a willing seller and willing buyer relationship. The chief executive officer of NMDPRA, Engineer Farouk Ahmed, who made the submission, said in line with the provision of Petroleum Industry Act (PIA) 2021, the interaction of market forces is what determines the price of petrol in the country, since the government has deregulated the sector. He added that the role of NMDPRA is not to allow anyone to go overboard by exploiting the market or the final consumers. That's the top Nigerian newspaper headlines for today. Read more Nigerian news on NaijaNews. See you again tomorrow.